Hey guys, Shay here from Metra Electronics. Today we're going to introduce you to a very awesome guy. Now you've seen our new audio kits we're putting out and how they're tuned. Well, we're going to show you a little bit how this tune happens. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Padula. Joe is our former lead instructor at the Installer Institute. You've been in the industry how long, Joe?
Since about 1980.
1980. Yeah. So that was back at 8-Tracks, right?
Just after 8-Tracks.
Yeah. But you've been in the industry a long time. So let's see, you've worked at some local car shops over the years.
Yep.
And then you were at II for how long?
II for 19 years.
Okay.
Did retail and installation and everything for 20 years previous to that. So been in the industry for a while.
So we get to pick Joe's brain today because we're talking about tuning these systems. So we have a 21 Jeep Gladiator with us today that we did one of these simple installs, and we're tuning the DSP. Now, when you buy these systems, the DSP has already been retuned, but that's because of this guy's knowledge right here. So Joe, what do we have actually set up for us today?
All right, so what we're doing is we're taking this DSP that's included in our Vibe DSP amplifier, and we're making the system match the vehicle. Every vehicle's got slightly different dimensions and materials of construction, which causes the response of the speakers to vary. That, in addition to the location of the speakers, means that if you just drop a speaker and an amplifier in, the sound's never going to be exactly what it should be. So in our particular system here, we're what's known as fully active, where each speaker gets its own channel of an amplifier, and we have complete control over its equalization, its arrival time, its crossover frequencies. So we've gone through a process here of setting up some microphones in the car. Basically, we have a 4 mic array that we use to average the sound across the listening position for the driver. We've measured from that location to each speaker and set up the digital time delays. We've auditioned the speakers and checked to see what their frequency response is and set up crossover points. So the final step here is now trying to flatten out the response of the system. To do that, we're using 2 different laptops. One is running a software that can listen to the car. It's called an RTA. We're using a very sophisticated RTA that has a lot of resolution, so you can see all the peaks and dips in response. Then we're going to the software for the DSP amplifier, and we're adjusting in what they call a parametric mode, where we can assign a band to a given frequency and a given width of control to try to flatten out the response as perfectly as possible. So at this point, we're just working on the tweeters, and we do equalize each speaker individually. So the left and right tweeters, the left and right dash speakers, the rears, and the sub all get their own tune, essentially. And the goal here is to make sure that the left and the right speakers are as close to a smooth response as possible, but also that they match each other. And the matching of amplitude and response means that we get a really strong image. It really enhances the stereo effect of the system. So to do that, we basically are looking at the peaks and the dips, and we're going and assigning bands and trying to flatten it out as good as we can.
That's cool. And this basically gives it the perfect listening volume, what we call staging, right?
Yeah, staging and imaging is what we're looking for.
Yeah. So so we get into this, we do all this work, we put all this time and effort into it. But you, as an end user, when you get the system, it's going to be pre-tuned. You just load that tune the one time, and it's done. Check these sound kits out, our Vibe collaboration here at Metra Electronics. This is Joe Padula, the man, the myth, the legend behind the R&D department here at Metra. My name's Shay. We'll see you next time.